It's a shame. I know it's important. It's an important thing to talk about, but it's a shame it's such a vital part of my story, because of a 21, 22-year story, he's a month.
Yeah.
And we move.
Yeah.
And it got dealt with. Wasn't ideal. I love that club. Love everything about the club. Love the people. They welcomed me as a 19-year-old boy. The Premier League was everything to me. I was, the club was doing their best to stay in the league at the time. It was amazing. Some amazing people that are still there now. But what comes with great power? Lots and change. Not many people survive. And the ones that survived, they're literally some of the best players in the world to have ever played the game. And I'm all right, but I'm not that guy.
When you get the message from Pep Guardiola that you're not the right man for him, how are you okay with that? Surely that was unbelievably painful.
It wasn't painful. It was frustrating. It wasn't painful. It was a great man who had a vision that I didn't fit into. It was frustrating. I didn't mind, if it was to go to a panel and coaches were sat there and my name was brought up and he said, no, for me, that's not, which is what he said. He's a good goalkeeper. But for me, the system doesn't work, which is fine for his opinion. But then he took charge of the club that I was a part of and that I loved. Yeah. But what can you do? What can you do? I'd love to have stayed and tried to prove otherwise. Not even prove. It would have been, look, I can try and help you to come to the level that I need you to, but I can't start you. But I'm living in that world where I want to play for England. I want to play at the highest possible level. And you can't play for England if you're being trialed at a football club. Well, I couldn't at the time. Yeah. So it was just an unfortunate circumstance. But I don't think it wasn't a personal attack on me. It was a man who had a vision and I didn't fit into it. And I just kind of put two and two together. And then we got in front of each other and he told me that as much as he admired me as a person, he didn't think I could fit into his system. To which I was like, look, I don't agree with you, but that's your opinion. Is that something that we can work on together, or is that something where I need to find a new home? To which he said, look, I would work. I'm happy to work, but I can't put everything aside that I'm trying to do. I'm here to win. And I respect that. I mean, he was here to win. He wasn't here to give me a good career or look after me. He needed a goalkeeper that he felt could function, because he's the kind of coach who he needs all his people to work, and then he'll tell them what to do and where to go and how it works, which I've been a part of up in Scotland, playing for a similar sort of manager. And when you're one of those pieces, it's such an interesting way to play. But I wasn't a trusted piece, and I was in a very important position. So if I'm not a trusted piece, he can't put me into a system which, whether it's a 50-50, whether it works or not. He didn't know whether I could or whether I couldn't. I didn't know whether I could or couldn't. But he didn't have the time, hence me saying about the life that we live and national team trying to win. He's in that life too. So he didn't have the time for that. And I didn't fit in. So